My name is Lisette Coly. I'm the Executive Director of Parapsychology Foundation, an organization in existence for 50 years. I'm here with Barry Z, who I have a feeling is probably possessed, but perhaps not in a scientific manner, but he's definitely a man who's got things covered. So I'm going to turn you over to Mr. Z.
Hi, it's Barry Z at the Metropolitan Hotel talking to Lisette Coly from the Parapsychology Foundation, who's doing a forum here today, right?
That's correct. That's correct. On investigating the paranormal, ghosts, and hauntings.
What about past life regression?
Not today.
Hey. So if you want to know more about ghosts and things that go bump in the night, then check this great interview out.
Definitely.
Lisette Coly, Executive Director of the Parapsychology Foundation, now joins us here at the Metropolitan Hotel. What's going on here today?
Well, we're having an international forum, supposedly about ghosts and haunting research. Our foundation has been doing these conferences, both academically bound and for the public at large. And today it's for the public, devoted to ghosts and hauntings. Everybody's interested, correct?
I don't know. Tell me.
Oh, for sure. I think ghosts and hauntings, down through time, historically, have always been part of the human condition. And with scientific methodology and critical thinking, Parapsychology Foundation, which has been in existence for 50 years, founded by my grandmother, Eileen J. Garrett, herself a psychic, have been trying to get to the bottom of the questions raised by psychic phenomena.
Was it passed down to you by her?
Not really passed down, you know, when it's a family enterprise and a nonprofit foundation, who's crazy enough to take it on sort of deal. So it has come to me, but we're located on Manhattan's east side, 2280 71st Street, and we're open to the public with a magnificent library, over 10,000 volumes, and we would welcome the public to access our very fine facility.
What is parapsychology?
Parapsychology is a science that looks into the paranormal to look at subjects such as extrasensory perception, telepathy, clairvoyance, psychokinesis, which is the old mind over matter, PK, and phenomena such as poltergeists or whatever. Parapsychology Foundation has been supporting academia and the public, and we are not here to prove the existence of the paranormal, only to look into the questions raised by the paranormal utilizing scientific methodology and critical thinking and get to the bottom of an answer, one way or the other, what these things consist of.
Loyd Auerbach now joins us here at the Parapsychology Foundation Forum. Tell us what brings you here.
Well, I was asked to come in and talk a little bit about my ghost counters, my ghost investigations, the things I've been doing over the years.
And what about this great book, Mind Over Matter?
Well, Mind Over Matter actually is a book about psychokinesis, about the ability of human beings to affect matter.
Back off! What do you call the book, Mind Over Matter?
My book is called Mind Over Matter because it's about the ability for people to move things or affect things with their minds.
Have you moved something yourself?
I have, in fact, been involved in moving objects. I've been involved in psychokinetic research. In fact, I detail that in my book, working with my friend Marty Caden in other situations. But I will tell you also, I am, in fact, a mentalist.
God. I ain't turning down no $500.
I do performances, and so I know also how to fake this stuff. But faking it doesn't mean it's not real.
Author Tony Cornell now joins us here at the Parapsychology Foundation Forum because you have a book.
I've just written this book. It's taken me 12 years to do.
What's the title of the book?
Oh, well, there it is. Look, Investigate of the Paranormal.
What is it about?
It's about Investigate of the Paranormal. What I've done over the last 55 years, I've been something of a skeptic, you see. I thought, well, this is all complete rubbish. In fact, when I was a kid, years and years ago, I thought it was complete rubbish. But I was told a number of ghost stories, and I thought, well, I don't know. This is odd. There's sane and sensible people are telling me these stories. See, it's not just the cranks who go through this. And I was out in India as a young naval officer, and I was told that there was a fakir, a holy man, up on the mountains. I went up there. Long walk, 1.5 miles, got up there, 1.5 hours, got up there. And here's this old fakir.
Yeah?
He knows I'm there. And he says, what do you want? I said, oh, well, I was a very cocky little bugger. I knew it all. Right. Well, I've come up here to see whether you can do anything. You see, he got me worked out properly. He said, do you want a cup of tea?
You must have a cup of tea.
No, I don't want any tea.
What do you call this guy?
A holy man. A fakir.
What? What?
Right.
How do you spell that?
F-A-K... Ayo, right. It
Sounds like something else.
It sounds like something else, but it's not.
Got to be.
You?
Shit.
And he said, okay, right. He gave me a long lecture about mysticism and how life wasn't what we saw it and this, that, and the other, materialism. And he got me weighed up. He said, you're a very young materialistic officer. I know you're a British Saab, but really, I've got some meditation to do. And I can't really waste my time on you. But I'll show you one or two things if you want to see them. What? So he's talking to me like this, you see. And he says, now look over the hills, my son. Don't look at the bottom of your feet. You won't find wisdom there. And I'm thinking, oh, God, you see, I better look over the hills. So I look over the hills like this. And I'm doing what he's telling me. And I'm thinking, oh, what the hell is going on here? And I turn, he's not there. I thought, what the hell is he? He's the other side of a stream that's shooting out. He's standing there looking at me like this, completely dry, no wet on any of the brown toga at all. I'm a young man, I'm a boxer, I couldn't have got across it. So I'm going towards him, you see, and it's open mouths, and he points to the hills, you see, can't hear anything because of all the sound. The hills, I think, what the hell's going on here? Hills? And then I hear him next to me, he says, well, my son, think about that before you go down. Would you like another cup of tea?
Ah, yes, indeed, the tea. You must have a cup of tea.
In other words, he's got me wrapped up as a young materialist know-all, and he hasn't got really time for me, so he gives me a demonstration, right? Now, that made me think, look, Cornell, this isn't very funny. I couldn't see how he did it. I couldn't see any accomplices. I was young, I was fit, right? How did he do it? So I thought, okay, I'll look into this subject. I've been looking into it ever since. And there is something that we cannot yet explain.
Parapsychologist and author Hans Holzer now joins us here at the Parapsychology Foundation because they're having a forum here today. What brings you to this great event?
I've been asked to speak about my particular findings, and the key word in my findings is evidence. Not belief, not disbelief, not supernatural, but hard evidence.
As far as ghosts go, or the existence of?
No, not just that. Having investigated ghosts and haunted houses for 30 years, I know all about ghosts and haunting, but I have, during the last few years, learned how we are, what we are, that ghosts are exceptions rather than entities unto themselves. And I've learned that what happened to create a ghost. And that is something I only learned the last few years.
How do you create a ghost?
A ghost happens when somebody dies in the physical body and is emotionally disturbed and doesn't know how to get on to the next stage of existence.
Do we get reborn again and go on to a new life?
If we decide to come back, we line up and register with the clerk, as they say. That's what they tell me. And you wait till a suitable couple comes along. And then they will say, now you can go. It's a bureaucracy, just like this world.
Is there a heaven and is there a hell?
Neither one. There's no heaven, no hell, no angels, no devils.
But there is a God.
There is a great force called God. But what it looks like, even they don't know. Yes, it's a power, the light, the ultimate power, yes.
Does he judge us as far as how we do in this life?
No. We get judged by our own actions.
We don't get judged by God?
No, there is no system that God judges us. That's our religion. We are, by our actions, we create our rewards and our punishments.
And you wrote a couple of books, including Ghosts and Haunted Houses. And what are these about, these books?
I wrote 136 books. They're about investigations of psychic phenomena.
What happens if we commit suicide, or if we're killed by accident, or we're cut short in this life?
First of all, suicide is against the rules. You only have to come back and do whatever you had done wrong again. And if your life is cut short,
By an accident like what happened at 9/11 at the World Trade Center area.
yeah, you get another opportunity in another lifetime to have a good life, to balance it.
Why were those people killed at 9/11? Were they in the wrong place at the wrong time?
Yes, 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 yes.
Are they haunting that ground zero site? Are they ghosts?
No, they are restless and they're walking around there. They've been seen by some of my psychic friends. Yes.
So how do we put closure on these people?
It's too many. Cannot get mediums to help them across for all those thousands of people. And a religious service isn't going to do it.
Do you think we keep on coming back over and over until we reach a perfect state of nirvana, when we don't have to come back anymore?
It's entirely up to us.
Wow. Amazing.
Up to us. We make our own future.
Hi there, my name is Lisette Coly and I serve as president of Parapsychology Foundation. I want to welcome you to the Foundation's YouTube channel. There's already a wealth of information available posted, and we have plans to continue to post our classic lectures and new materials, so you don't want to miss out. So hit that bell, please subscribe, and you'll be notified. And hope you enjoy.